Hello and welcome. I am Suteja. I'm delighted to be with you today for day 2 of the theme Rivers of Life. Rivers make us think of water, and water reminds us of the moon. The moon is the greatest influence on water and life on Earth. We will discuss the gravitational pull of the moon and its influence on the tides, plants, and human behavior. This work is part of a program called the 28-day Moon Meditation Essential Program, which you can find on the innertreasurehunt.com website or the Inner Treasure Hunt YouTube channel. First, there is a 15-minute talk followed by a 15-minute moon meditation, which is a daily practice synchronized with the moon phase of each day to recharge your entire energy system. Enjoy! In this lesson, you will learn about scientific findings regarding the moon's effects on water, the growth of plants, and most importantly, serious studies about the influence of the moon on human behavior. First, let us have a look at what science has discovered about the influence of the moon on water, specifically the tides. What do we really know about what creates the tides? As Earth rotates, the moon's gravity pulls on different parts of our planet. Even though the moon only has about 1/100th of the mass of the Earth, because it is so close to us, it has enough gravity to pull things around. Tides are caused by the moon's gravity. The tidal force causes Earth and its water, which you can see here in bright blue, to bulge out on the sides closest and furthest from the moon. These bulges of water are called high tides. The moon's gravity even pulls on our lands, but not enough for us to feel. However, scientists using really precise instruments can measure the moon's pull on lands, so we know it is happening. The sun causes tides just like the moon does, although those tides are smaller. When the Earth, the moon, and the sun line up, which happens at times of full moon and new moon, the lunar and solar tides reinforce each other, leading to more extreme tides called spring tides. At the first quarter and the third quarter of the moon, the lunar and solar tides act against each other. The result is lower high tides than normal and higher low tides than normal. We call these neap tides. So, oceans and seas are greatly affected by the moon and have been since time began. As long as there has been a moon, it has exerted a gravitational pull, causing great bodies of water to move, sometimes in powerful and violent ways. If the moon has this kind of effect on large bodies of water, scientists wondered if it might also have an effect on small quantities of water, as small as in the microscopic water molecules inside of the cells of growing plants. According to the timeless observations of farmers and gardeners, horticulture principles that aligns with the moon's gravitational pull are better able to support plant development than random planting. For example, the waxing moon is the time from the new moon to the full moon, the first 13 days of the lunar cycle. And during this time, the part of the plant that is above ground grows because plant fluids are being drawn up. But this changes at the full moon because that is when the moon changes from waxing to waning. So the waning moon is the time from the full moon to the black moon, the last 13 days of the lunar cycle. And during this time, the roots, part of the plant that is below ground, grow because plant fluids are drawn down. According to recent scientific discoveries, the movement of plant leaves may also be governed by the gravitational pull of the moon, just like ocean tides. As you have probably noticed, the leaves of some plants rise and fall during the day-night cycle, mostly in reaction to light in their environment. But the leaves of plants grown in the dark also rise and fall, which hints that something else may be causing this. Peter Barlow of the University of Bristol studied the leaf movement of beans and other plants in relationship with moon's gravity. He observed that the movement of the leaves followed the moon cycle. Barlow believes this has to do with the movement of water within the plant, probably in the joint where leaf meets stem. And there is more evidence on the moon's effect on the water in plants. Dr. Joachim Fies-Hahn of the Max Planck Institute found that daily variations in gravity caused by the moon's orbit trigger a net loss or gain of water molecules in plant cells. There are over 200 publications supporting Dr. Fies-Hahn's findings that water molecules respond to gravitational changes which can have an effect on the whole organism. Given that plant cells are sensitive to the moon's gravitational forces, Dr. Fies-Hahn sees no reason why human cells could not be as well. In which case, there could be an effect on human behavior and the human nervous system, considering humans have 60% water. Speaking of humans, there has been a long-held belief that the moon has the power to alter humans' moods and behavior. Does it? What does science has to say about that? The word lunacy derives from the Latin lunaticus, meaning moonstruck, and both the Greek philosopher Aristotle and the Roman naturalist Pliny the Elder believed that madness and epilepsy were caused by the moon. The idea that the lunar cycle can influence people's behavior dates back thousands of years, but had been largely dismissed by modern science. However, a recent BBC article on new research suggests there may be some truth to these ancient theories after all. Dr. Arnold Lieber of the University of Miami analyzed nearly 1,900 murders that occurred in Dade County, Florida between the period of 1935 to 1970. His data revealed that the murder rate began to rise about 24 hours before the full moon, reached a peak during the full moon, then dropped before climbing back up to a secondary peak at the new moon. He concluded that murders became more frequent with the increase in the moon's gravitational force. More data comes from a medical researcher in India, Professor Thakur of Patna Medical College, researched crime reports from 1978 to 1982 in 3 different locations, one rural, one urban, and one industrial. He found that significantly more crimes were committed on full moon days when compared to crimes committed other times of the month. He concluded that the gravitational pull of the moon caused what he described as human tidal waves. Dr. David Avery in Seattle and Thomas Ware in Bethesda independently studied patients with bipolar disorder. They had noticed that their patients were showing uncanny regularity in their episodes of illness, and that the episodes appeared to respond to precise cycles. They wondered if there was some kind of external influence that was operating on these bipolar cycles. And because of the historical belief that the moon affects human behavior, the obvious thing to consider was whether there was some lunar influence. They tracked the dates of the mood episodes of their patients for years. They focused on the moon's gravitational pull, especially in relation to the tides. They found that their patients appeared to synchronize with the roughly 2-week cycles at the height of the tides. It is not that they necessarily switched into depression or mania every 2 weeks. It is just that if patients switched from depression to mania or mania to depression, it did not happen at just any random time. It tended to occur during a certain phase of the lunar tidal cycle. So, what can we conclude from scientific research on the moon? Studies appear to confirm that the gravitational pull of the moon has an impact on living organisms on Earth, including water, plants, and human beings. And now, a moon meditation, which is a daily practice synchronized with the moon phase of each day. January 2nd is day 21 of the moon cycle, the last quarter of the moon. On this specific day, the moon resonates with your heart chakra and replenishes your entire energy system through the energy center in the middle of your chest. If you are watching this video after January 2nd and you want the meditation of the day you're in, go to the innertreasurehunt.com website, click on Programs, find the 28-day Moon Meditation Essential Program. Watch Lesson 6, which will guide you step by step to finding the moon point of the day you're in and the video of the practice you are looking for. You can also find this program on the Inner Treasure Hunt YouTube channel. Hello and welcome to day 21 of the 28-day Moon Meditation Essential Program practices. The moon is back to 50% illumination and is now at the midpoint of a waning journey with equal light and darkness. The moon will become smaller until she disappears at the new moon. Do not be afraid of the dark side of the moon, which is as powerful as the luminous phase. Both phases of the moon bear tremendous power. They just offer different teachings, and we need them both. You will continue with your waning moon affirmation, which is about letting go of something detrimental in your life, or growing roots, meaning going deeper, consolidating something in an area of your life. Today we will focus on T4, T5 at the level of the heart. Touch the back of your heart so you can easily connect with this area later in the practice. In the front of the body, you place your hand on the corresponding area, which is your heart, in the middle of your chest. Let us start the meditation. Find a quiet place to sit or lay down. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, absorbing fresh prana. Exhale through your mouth, letting go of any worries, any tensions. Take another couple of deep breaths. Place your hands on your belly and observe the natural movement of your abdomen as you breathe in and out. Slow down the rhythm of your breathing. Your exhale is longer than your inhale. Encourage your belly to expand as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, allow your belly to go back down. Notice how you feel after this good intake of prana. Connect intuitively with the moon by imagining that you are looking at the night sky with a beautiful half moon shining upon you. You are safe, calm, and relaxed. The rhythm of your breathing is becoming slower and slower. Continue to gaze into the sky that envelopes you and protects you. The moon invites you to go inward. Sense the kind presence of the moon as she welcomes you into her world. Be open to her guidance about what you want to let go of or grow roots about. With the moon as your partner on this journey, place your awareness on the point of the spine that is activated by the moon today. Focus on the sensation at T45 at the back of your heart. What can you feel there? Expand the area around T45. Let your awareness encompass the encircling area. Experience the sensations, the energies that are there. Then slowly zoom back into T45. Narrow your focus. Feel what is going on there. Breathe into it, give it space so it shows you what it is about for you today. Now place your hand on your heart and observe any sensation there. Ask the moon to heal and replenish this important energy center in the front and the back of your body. Today is a good day to take care of your heart. When you breathe out, release any tensions in your heart. repeat mentally, today I bring peace to my heart and replenish my heart with joy and love. With the support of the waning moon, which makes everything diminish or take roots, repeat mentally your personal affirmation. Notice any immediate changes in your body, mind, or spirit. When you are done, come back to ordinary reality with some abdominal breathing. If you like, write about your experience in your notebook, just a line or two to help you remember your journey. Carry with you the good feeling you created throughout your day or your dreams. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed getting closer to the moon and her magic. If you want to make your relationship with the moon even stronger on day 5, Seasons of Light, and on day 7, Intimacy with the Infinite, we have more moon lessons and practices for you. We also have meditations for you every day of the 7 days of rest. Tomorrow, day 3, we are offering a meditation called Harmonize Your Relationship with the Sun, which is about working with the divine masculine and with light. Thank you for starting your 2024 journey with peace, bliss, and beauty. Many blessings.